Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Ultimate Skyrim Season 2. This is Episode 9. Thank you for joining me here today. I have a couple of things that I need to discuss with you guys before we get into the episode proper. So if you don't mind, I'm going to... Well, actually, the first one, I can leave this unpaused. So number one, I've actually switched back to the mouse and keyboard controls, as you can see here with how quickly and precisely I'm moving my camera around. I just found that I'm not that good with the gamepad yet. Frankly, I'm a little bit ass. I'm not quite used to it, and I'm much stronger gameplay-wise on mouse and keyboard. It's what I'm used to. So I thought that it would make for a better playthrough if I just switched over now. I've been practicing off-camera with the mouse and keyboard configuration, and it's just as smooth, if not honestly a lot smoother than I remember it. I'm really excited to do that because I think it'll better approximate our man Raythan's actual martial skill, because as we know, he's not exactly a scrub, and if I'm controlling him with the gamepad, it's a lot less impressive, I'd say. So in the interest of producing the best quality content, I've switched back over to the mouse and keyboard. The second thing that I would like to discuss with you, and this is arguably the more important bit of business, I'm going to pause for this one, is that I thought a lot about it in between the last episode and this episode, and I've decided to retcon the whole dying and respawning supernatural business that we've been doing. For those of you who don't know what a retcon, it's retroactive continuity. Essentially, it's saying that actually that didn't happen, and what I'm saying actually happened now is that every time we've died, we've essentially been either rescued by a passerby or otherwise recovered and returned back to, you know, the inn or wherever it was we respawned. I think this explanation requires a lot less suspension of disbelief. This was the result of the team and I talking at length about how I'm not super satisfied with the current implementation of the death system and the death mechanics. I think it gets a lot right, but I think it leaves a lot to be desired in terms of in-universe justification, so to speak. And that's why I kind of wrote in, quote-unquote, that whole dying and respawning bit. But what I would like to do, and what I've been speaking with the team about, is in future versions, I would like to revisit the death mechanics and change them up a little bit so that you are not actually dying, you're essentially being defeated and rescued in a lot of cases. I have a lot of planned features for making that even more interesting, so various different things that can happen to you depending on the circumstances in which you've died. But for the sake of this playthrough, almost as kind of just a little trial run, I'm going to, essentially, we're going to headcanon that when we are killed, we're not being actually killed. We are just injured and then otherwise rescued. And one of the things that I hope to do in this episode to kind of help that narrative, and because I think it fits with something that Raythan would do, is to pick up a follower. My target is the mercenary Stenvar. If you remember him, we actually met him in the inn in Candlehearth Hall in Windhelm, and that's where we are headed back to anyway to, you know, collect on the job, the thief job that we just finished. So my plan is to grab him, and I think that having a follower not only will help us stay alive, but also will provide a much more reasonable explanation as to how, you know, we are being defeated in combat and then, you know, miraculously appearing somewhere else, nice and safe and sound. So I've got a lot of future plans for that feature. As of now, I hope that's okay with you guys. I know some of you were, I think, getting a little bit attached to this whole idea of the supernatural respawn, but just bear with me. I really think that this, plus the keyboard controls and a couple other little adjustments that I made, will make for a much better series overall. So thank you very much for bearing with me, and now let's get into the episode proper. So, as I just mentioned a moment ago, the plan for today, oh my god, it looks real frigid. The plan for today was to make our way back to Windhelm and turn in that job. We're going to grab Stenvar because, as we know, in the last episode, Raythan was put through a pretty harrowing ordeal where essentially this entire village was massacred. And the other bit about that is that it was kind of his fault a little bit, right? Like, he didn't intend for that frost troll to murder everyone here, but that's pretty much what happened. And God, if he didn't have enough guilt on his conscience before, I think this one's really going to sit with him. I think that he's never seen anything like... I think most people have never borne witness to anything like this before. And I think it's really going to fuck him up, honestly. And what we're going to do is take what's useful. We're going to take that guilt and really have it fuel him so that he is really driven to be less weak. You know, I think he's got that kind of classic trope of, it's like, I couldn't protect my family, I couldn't protect my sister. It's like everywhere I go, death and destruction just follows in my wake, and I think that's pretty accurate to how he's feeling right now. I actually am... How much carry weight do I have? Not very much. Actually, I was gonna take that, and now I'm not gonna. Also, I noticed we have that little shadow glitch. Give me a second here. I should be able to get rid of that. Going into Jen's farmhouse. That's something that happens sometimes when you save and load an exterior cell. The shadows get kind of wonky, and usually going into and out of a cell will fix that. Fingers crossed, otherwise it's not too difficult to ignore. Now I'm going to take a quick look through my inventory here. We haven't been in here. And God, you know, I have a lot of shit that I really don't need. Let's go weight. The Stormcloak Light Cuirass of Eminent Smithing. I'm going to put that on right now. Iron Woodcutter's Axe, Leather Cuirass. We don't need that in addition. You know what we can do is we should be able to break that down. Let me go crafting ledger. Oh, the easy wheel menu is so much easier to use from the... Look at this. I'm just going to go back out. Look at this. An actual radial menu. How about that? So nice. Crafting ledger. All right. Let's see what we got here. Now, I can break down quite a lot of stuff. What I'm going to do... I should be able to make some leather strips from... Oh, from my hide water skin. Actually, you know what? I do think I need a crafting table. Oh, there is a crafting table over there. Well, okay, before we leave, was this the room that I was in before? I frankly can't remember. They all look so similar. Maybe not, because I have... Oh, soap! Nice, I like soap. It's not very heavy. I don't know, I have a soft spot for soap, please. Permit me. Steel iron kettle. This looks better lit, this room, so I know it's not the same one. Use the cooking pot, yes please. Snowberry tea, how about that? I can make some snowberry tea. Actually, we do want to make that, and you know why? Is because it's very cold outside, and drinking that will actually give us a bonus to a bunch of snowberries. Is going to give us a bonus to our warmth. So I'm going to pop in here. I'm going to drink that right now. Where is it at? Snowberry tea. Would that be... Is that a potion? No, definitely not. Food. Am I crazy? Oh, it's not organized by name. No wonder. I'm having such a hard time. I also gotta, I don't know, eat this cheese wheel. We don't need to carry this shit. You know what I mean? We got plenty of food. I'm gonna drop all this stuff. Oh, these are actually kind of valuable. Well, shit. Fine. If we can just make it to Windhelm, that's all we gotta do. There's nothing really to steal in here anyway, but I was hoping to nab some stuff off that guard. You know what we gotta do, I don't think that we've done this yet, is we have to turn on the column in Sky UI that balances value and weight and provides an arbitration of that, which is super useful. It'll tell you, essentially, we still got some weird shadows. Well, looks that way. Oh well, we'll deal with it for now. So what that allows us to do is, in fact, I can see we don't have it on, value/weight. So we can see at a glance what is kind of worth carrying with us and what is not. Okay, value/weight. All right, we want actually the worst stuff. So we can see here, wooden torch, we don't need that many of those, and they're worthless. Officer light bracers, Stormcloak light boots. Some of these things we can sell. I think we're okay for now. If we really need to drop something, we can. But I think we'll be alright. Just some more arrows is always nice. I got that wooden light bow. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and favorite that. Oh, I'm so much better navigating these menus with the mouse and keyboard. God, what a fucking frigid day it is today. It's just good to have a bow, you know what I mean? In case you need to take someone down from a distance. Eventually, our destruction is going to help us out with that. How are the snowberries value versus weight? So I can see whether... Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Better than a lot of things. We have a lot of them, too. Maybe we'll actually start making some money. So one of the other things that I did as a tweak to prepare for this playthrough and kind of some of the features I have planned is I lowered the cost of followers. So they should be 1,000 gold now. I don't know if that'll take in this current file. We'll have to see when we go to talk to Stenvar. But, oh, this is a nice troop to travel with. That'll keep us safe. We'll have to see, but if not, we can just console ourselves the gold if need be. And the trade-off for that is that as we adventure with followers, we will have to split our gold with them, which is a really excellent feature that belongs to Nether's follower framework. Look at us just gathering shit up. We can draw blood really fast. That doesn't take very long. Oh, am I cold? Can I check my weather? How we doing? Oh no, we're okay. Draw blood. Oh, I gotta sheath my weapon to do that. Oopsie. Nice. What about harvest ingredients? I don't know. What time is it? 12:05. I don't want to mess with it, you know what I mean? It's cold enough out here, and we're still so susceptible to cold. Oh, did I just over-encumber myself? Okay, fine. Fine. We're gonna drop 10 of them, and I'll stop carrying them. What we'll do instead is just listen to the music. Take in our beautiful surroundings. The music is honestly appropriate for what we've just experienced. I think I'm acting a little bit too chipper for where Raythan's at right now. Who are you guys?
May your bed be warm and your food sweet.
Thanks, Zainabi. Oh, is this who I think it is?
Bandits
Oh,
harass
it
the caravans
is.
at every step, but Khajiit usually scare them off.
Karjo. You know I love me some Karjo. Bandits giving you trouble.
A few days ago we were ambushed. A nuisance, really. But many of the marauders had quick fingers. One of them stole my moon amulet, given to me by my mother when I was just a cub. It is my only memory of home in this cold land.
Oh, well, Raythan can definitely sympathize with that. Maybe he'll be able to help here in all the ways that he hasn't been able to help virtually everybody else. I could get your amulet back, Karjo.
We believe the bandits are part of a group headquartered here. Be careful. I missed my amulet. But a life cannot be replaced as easily.
Whoa. Look, we can manually do the Oblivion zoom. How about that? Alright.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Gotta catch up. That's cool. I actually hadn't thought of doing that. I should do that more often. Let's see where he said that was. I wasn't paying attention. Killed a bandit at Trader's Post in Eastmarch. Well, that's where we are. Shit, did we try and go after Eastmarch right now? Oh, so what I did in the Ashes Death Consequences, right, is I kept it at 50% gold loss as we had before, but I also upped the equipment loss to 50% as well, so that it was a little bit more punishing. The kind of explanation for that is if we're being killed out on the roads or being killed by bandits, you know, maybe they managed to grab some stuff before whoever managed to rescue us showed up. And that's kind of my explanation there. Jeez, what a bright fucking day this is. So here's what I'm thinking. Raythan maybe is going to throw himself at this Karjo situation. I like to imagine that maybe Raythan had a friend. Maybe, remember how we mentioned when he was a teenager, he ran around the streets of Tanith causing a bunch of mischief with his pals. Maybe he had a good friend who was a Khajiit, because we do know that the Khajiits love warm sands. And maybe his friend, or Karjo rather, reminds Raythan of his friend, so he wants to help. He definitely empathizes with the keeping a keepsake of home. It's something that I'm sure Raythan wishes he had, but he really doesn't have anything like that. And out of character, helping Karjo gets us a follower, which can be really nice. So if we have 2 followers, we'll be really in business, and then maybe we can start making some headway. Look, it's our infamous fire. Maybe Raythan's indebted to these people because they helped him once before. Are you guys Imperials? You are very brave to be traveling here, let me tell you. Also, I think... Uh-oh, we don't have a stamina bonus anymore. Uh-oh. Cooked mud crab, that's not good enough. Cooked slaughterfish, none of those are good enough. Nord mead. Slowing the regenerate, that, nah, this is, okay, we're in bad news bears here, we gotta hurry. We are not as well prepared as I'd like. And as we know, Raythan recently collapsed on this road from the cold, so we're not taking any chances. What is my weather sense button? I think it's one of these. Just so I don't have to go. I'm facing roughly east. That's not quite what I was looking for. Maybe this one? Nope, that's the move. What is my weather sense button? I can't remember. Not enough water to bathe, huh? Well, there's some. Also, goddamn, that's beautiful. I think we'll be okay. I can always do this. I just can't remember what my thing is. Oh, maybe I was hitting the button correctly and I just wasn't looking at the right spot. Silly me. Damn. I keep trying to get rid of that date popping up in the top left. I don't know why it's showing up there. I'm very cold. I'm a little thirsty too. Alright, well, while we're here, I'm gonna eat a slice of cheese. No, I'm gonna eat a, nope. I'm gonna eat a slice of cheese, and then I'm going to drink a drink of water. Food. Nope, it's empty, isn't it? Is it? Hide water skin? Empty. Shit. Well, that's okay. We're so close to town. Forget about it. Just gonna go get a refill from the innkeeper or whoever. Oh, God. Everyone take a sigh of relief. I always get nervous walking between settlements. I mean, it makes sense because it's extremely dangerous. And we've died several times trying to do that exact thing. What up, everyone? You guys are wild for just chilling out here. One of my main concerns with not having the mouse and keyboard was... I noticed in a lot... I might have mentioned this, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, in previous episodes of this season. But in a lot of the Season 1 episodes, as I looked back on them for ways that I could improve the content, I found that my mouse movements were very sporadic in some cases, especially early on in the series, to the point where it was almost giving me a little bit of motion sickness. And I don't really get motion sickness, so that's how I feel like, you know, it's not great. So that was one of the reasons why I was really stoked about the gamepad. I still am stoked about the gamepad. I like analog movement, I like analog camera control, but I think that we can find a happy medium ground because I'm much better with the keyboard. And, you know, the mouse doesn't have to move around all crazy as long as I'm mindful, excuse me. Okay, well, you know what? How much gold do we have? Not even enough to hire our man. So let's imagine that Raythan remembered Stenvar's offer for help, and that he is now strongly considering it because he's been out of the city. He didn't know what to expect before, right? It's kind of, you don't really have a point of reference. He didn't really have a point of reference. He thought maybe he could handle it, and that entire quote-unquote adventure was absolutely terrifying and almost killed him. So now he's in the ballpark for some help. Also, guys, hey, back in town, having survived our first adventure. How about that? Quote-unquote survived. Our man Raythan. It's growing up so fast. Oh, it looks kind of badass. And you know what? We're wearing this Stormcloak cuirass right now. Why don't we switch back into our linen Dunmer tunic? Just so that we're not offending anybody. Oh. That has now put me over my encumbrance. That's okay. I can just sell a bunch of stuff right now. Now if I use... Excuse me. May I use your crafting table? No, me. Thank you. What can I make before we sell off all of our stuff? I can make a lot of leather strips. The question... I mean, I feel like it might actually be worth the strips more than it would be the... Oh, we can make a couple of wooden flutes. Those actually have decent value. Value versus weight. And... I mean, we are... Why don't we hold off on that? Because we also need the wood. Tinder. We can't really make much there. Oh, there's a typo. It's got a little space there. The box pouch, leather wedding sandals. Don't need those. Nothing there is really all that great. Wooden sword. Nothing really. None of this is fantastic. None of it's worth it. All right, well that's fine. We need gold anyway, so let's go ahead and get some.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that.
Oh yeah? What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
What have I got for sale, more like? Okay, we don't need these daggers. The rest of these we need. Don't need this. Now the problem is, it's good to have some extra gear. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Since we don't have the recipes ready, part of 4.1.0 is the actual furniture recipes like chests and stuff. We're gonna do this. We are going to... Oh shit, do we need the frickin' money? Let me see how much money we have. What I'm thinking here is that we need some backup gear in case we lose our stuff, right? And we have some right now, so I don't know if we should be so ready to part with it. But we also need 1,000 gold. So why don't we try and sell off everything besides our backup gear first. And then we can see about it. Well, let's get paid first, right, for the job we actually did. That ought to help. Return Suvis Atheron's stolen silver ring. Now that's a Dunmer name. Let me check my boy. Where is he at? Yeah, he's probably down in the Grey Quarter. No, okay, yeah, no, he is. Sweet.
Send them my way.
Hey, maybe this will be a little bit of a cheer up for Raythan, since he actually gets to help a Dark Elf friend. Maybe even make a Dark Elf friend. Like, hey man, I got your ring back. I'm sorry that it took so long. It was honestly super shitty getting it back. Who are you? Oh, excuse me. Uh-huh. And we also, if we want to end up getting out of here, which is something that we talked about, because I think Raythan's getting a little bit disillusioned with Eastmarch and Windhelm, we're going to need some gold for the carriages. And the carriages are currently set to not that much money. They don't require that much, but they need more, and so probably what I'll do is console some out. You know what? This is actually really annoying me, this shadow business, so if you'll permit me, I'm going to save it and then reload the game, and then it should be better. So, pardon my dust. Alright, and we're back. Thank you guys for bearing with me. It's nice and fixed now. And let's see where our man... I think he's in the corner club, right? Am I crazy? I think he is. Where's my local map? There it is. And I am in the total wrong... Oh, he's down at the docks. Oops. Let's pretend that I asked a guard. I wish that there was a mod or a feature out there where you could ask guards and such. Oh, Sophie. How you doing, honey?
Hi there.
What have you got for sale?
Flowers? I picked them all by myself.
My God. 33. And of course our man Raythan's gonna buy another one from her.
Stop by again.
He's got a soft spot for young Sophie here. I know that we're in the ballpark for gold right now, in the mood for gold, on the lookout for gold. But I mean, I just can't help it, guys. And I don't think Raythan can either. Little Sophie, if we think we've got it bad. I mean, we do, kind of, arguably, but I think little Sophie's got it worse. So now we've got 2 mountain flowers that we can't part with, right? Hey, guy. Fishmonger. But what I was going to say, I don't think I finished this thought. I really wish that there was a mod out there that allowed us to ask about specific NPCs, kind of classic RPG style. Until then, we could potentially do that ourselves, although I imagine that would be a pretty complicated implementation, to be honest with you. I can put it on the feature list, but I don't know when that would become a priority. If I remember that name, I think he's in here. I think that's the Dunmer representative of the East Empire Company. And once again, we can just headcanon that our man Raythan heard from a guard, and if I'm right, then that's why we know to go in here. Shaman. Oh, I think I was wrong. I was. Orthus and Daria.
Please, don't hold it against the company.
Sorry.
Until next time.
Dang it. Well, sorry about that, guys. I made us sit through a loading screen unnecessarily. I'll just check my map like a good boy. Come on. Come on. I wonder if load times are better on Special Edition. Maybe some of you guys know. Where is he? Right next door. Ah, Clan Shattershield office. That's where he is. I was close, but no cigar. Close only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes. One more loading screen. And some nice music. Come on. Here we are. Hello?
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
No, absolutely not.
You've come to the wrong city then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking.
There it is.
Unworthy of one such as you.
Oh. I have your silver ring.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Thank you. 250 gold. Was it worth it, everybody? Do you have any water by chance?
Of course.
Oh, well, at least you'll give me some water. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it.
May your path be free from danger.
Sure, yours too, Suvaris. Take a nice drink at the very least. 2 even. Well, how are we doing? Up to 718. Not bad. At least we got paid, right? Counts for something. One of the other things I'd really like to do is implement the latest version of Jobs of Skyrim, because I think that it can be really hard to make money in the early game, and that a lot of the most lucrative ways to make money, or pretty much inarguably the most lucrative ways to make money, at least the quickest and lucrative, like the balance between the two, is those ways are like risky and dangerous, right? It kind of requires you to go out and kill things and loot them and so on and so forth. So I thought it would be really cool to just let people, you know, like kind of earn a wage fairly in the safety of towns and cities. It just fits those kind of role-playing life skill directions that Ultimate Skyrim already is kind of going in. It's all about role-playing options, right? And really simulation more than anything. I think you'd be able to do that in this setting, and we want to allow for it if possible, you know? Hello, everyone. God, it's so cold out here. I like the lighting today and with snowfall, where if you guys are familiar with snowy areas, it can be so bright. It's just like blinding sometimes because snow is so reflective. I mean, it's ice, you know?
Watch yourself, outsider.
Sorry. All right, back to the market district. Now we're gonna sell off some stuff. I wasn't exactly sure how much we were gonna get there. So we don't want to sell off that gear. Shatter Shield, Servant, Torbjorn Shatter Shield. Anyone interested in buying some stuff from me? I have some foods.
Need something?
What have you got for sale? It must be tough to grow anything out
There's
here.
an old saying that only a Nord can work the soil in Skyrim. I don't think anyone else would have the patience for it. It takes
Fair.
half a day just to dig a planting row in the cold, stony earth here. But what else can we do? Eat rocks and ice?
Fair point. What do you got for sale? Alright. I can sell these ashams, which are just so valuable. A bread loaf. I don't have any raw stuff. What's the value? Wait, sweet roll. There we go. Cooked slaughter fish I'm gonna hold on to. Carrot. These are good ingredients, you know? It's a kind of a shame to waste them. Village red wine. I don't need the wine, honestly. Or the mead. Or this gourd. I think that we just, the problem is we're still, excuse me, still such a low level character, my god, that we don't have any carry weight. It's hard to carry our entire lives on us. We're essentially homeless. Not essentially, we are literally homeless. Alright. Sell off some of my carrots and my leeks, if I have to. Ingredients, snowberries. These we can get rid of. Wow! We'll actually make a pretty penny off of that. Sweet. Now I don't feel as bad for buying that stuff from Sophie. I'm not going to sell it to her, though, because she can't afford it. But I know who can. Mr. Norellian. Norellian, I got a big ol' shipment of snowberries for you. More than you could ever know what to do with. Just load your shop. They're all yours. Please. Thank you.
A pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
Oh, yeah? Ugh.
I'm so close to the answer.
Is that so? I don't care. What have you got for sale? I'm gonna sell you... Oh, he can buy a bunch of stuff. Well. Sweet. Alright, he's got a lot of gold to sell with. I guess we should keep some, right? Yes, please. That was like... We had like 30 pounds of snowberries on us. Blue mountain flowers. These are actually super useful. We don't want to sell those. I don't really plan on picking up alchemy, so honestly, at this point, might as well just fucking sell everything, right? Garlic. Don't plan on running into any vampires. Some Nordic barnacles. Powdered mud crab chitin. I made that. Red mountain flower, probably should hold on to that. Salt, worth holding on to. Snowberries, fine. Spider eggs, gross. Get rid of those, thank you. And the venomous spittle, not bad. Look at us, we're flush with cash. Not really, but comparatively, right? Well, okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Hope to see you again soon.
Thanks, Norellian. So we are gonna go...
Could you fetch me a copy of the Firmament? I need to compare the old star charts to today's.
No. I gotta say, you can tell they really tried to make the dialogue between characters less generic versus Oblivion, right? Versus the hilarious dynamic conversations, quote-unquote, that would happen in Oblivion. Mud crabs, filthy creatures, that kind of thing. The problem with Skyrim and this is hardly something I feel like you could attribute to the game itself, is just that you get used to hearing the same conversations over and over, even though they are so much more character specific. But I don't know. It's one of those things where you can just really tell that they tried. You know, they took like a direct criticism and said, yes, let's try and do a better job with that specifically. That's always nice to see. All right, Raythan, time to swallow your pride and say hello. Now, maybe... Also, I think Raythan's getting real nervous right now because taking on any bandits, we also have that other bandit contract, if you remember. It might be possible to do if we're smart. And I think Raythan's nervous, I was going to say this, is that this would, you know, I think he puts on like a tough front, but going after bandits, that's they're humans, you know, they're other people. And he's never done anything like that before. I think he knows that he's going to have to eventually, so, you know, he might as well wet his whistle at some point. But, I don't know, it's still scary. Is this who we're looking for? Hey, guy?
If it's a mercenary
you're
looking for, you found him.
Okay.
There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
Welp. So what we need to do here, I was hoping that would change it live, but it didn't. I had a feeling that might happen.
Come back and see me when you've got the gold.
Sorry. So here's what we're going to do. Now, we want to give ourselves... Let's see if I do this basic math correctly. If we want it to cost 1,000, then we give ourselves 4,000. And then that means... Okay, yeah. Player.add item F 4,000. Tight.
If you're looking to hire the strongest mercenary in Skyrim, I'd wager your search is over. My blade is sharp and I thirst for battle. Onward then.
Nice.
Lead on then.
Alright. We've got our first follower, everybody. Now, on that note, that means that we should probably highlight some of these. Manage followers, sense direction, that's all fine. Now, I have hotkeys for this. I just can't remember. Nope, that's not it. What are they? G and H, I think. No, G is my quick restore. Is it H? Oh, that would be calm followers, I want to say. What's N? N is teleport followers. All right, that's going to be important to remember. All right. Whoa, hello. Okay, 3:43. It's not tremendously late. Can I cook anything? Anything valuable? Anything good that will help me fight a bunch of bandits? It might be worth attacking them by night, you know what I mean? And let's see here. Blood in the ice, question the witnesses. Do we even try and do this before we go, too? It might be kind of fun. Find Karjo's moon amulet inside Orothyme. Trader's Post in Eastmarch on them. I'm pretty sure I know where that is. Raythan checks his map. And that's there. So you know what? Maybe we try and do that. But we're going to have to think about it. And with our fucking bunch of cash we have, 800, here's what we're going to do. We are going to headcanon our... Oh, wait, no, shit. I'm going to get a room at the inn. Fuck, now I gotta wait for this loading screen. I'll tack a couple of minutes on at the end of the episode so that, you know, just to make up for the load screens and so that I don't have to go through and edit them out. I'd rather just put time at the end. Turn around, go back in. Here we go. Also, we should talk to Stenvar and see what our man is like and see if we can't kind of specifically adjust his tactics and such. Come on, I was just in here. Thought Skyrim was supposed to save the last cell that you were in memory. Maybe that's not true.
Well,
so here's what we're gonna do.
Let me know if you want anything.
Thank you, Elda.
Fresh baked bread.
Like to rent a room? Advanced. 1 night.
Sure thing.
Thanks. That is a bug, by the way. It's supposed to show 150.
Right this way.
Because that's the actual cost. Thank you. No, why is... Oh, I need to change that.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
My auto run key. Thanks, Elda. Mod configuration. No, sorry. Settings, gameplay. Nope. Settings. Controls. That's what I'm talking about. I want toggle, always run, auto move, caps. There we go. There it is. I'm gonna make a save just so I don't forget about that. Sweet. Because I always use C to toggle between. Search in end table. That's got to be my safe storage. That's why I wanted this. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take our stuff that we don't need, just backup gear in case things don't go super well. Stormcloak light cuirass. We might actually need this one. Officer light boots. Are we wearing boots? Leather boots, well made. There it is. Wolfskin cloak, black. Sure, so now we've got backup stuff in case we get, you know, donked. In fact, I don't know, these bandits, I have a sneaking suspicion that the armor is going to be more useful than this. I'm going to go martial on these guys. Maybe a little bit of magicka. We really could use some magicka gear, couldn't we? God, I'm so excited to have Raythan start growing in martial skill and actually get some decent fucking stuff. It's going to make a big difference, I think. Okay, so there we've got some backup stuff that we've left behind. That's useful. Take a nice bathe. Wipe myself clean. Solid. That way, no infections, right? Elda.
Those dark elf refugees will take over this city if we aren't careful.
Yikes. What have you got for sale, honey?
Take a look.
Okay. Food. Now I'm looking for 1 point of stamina. I'm gonna go value. Here we go. Start low. See what we can find. Restores 1 point of stamina for 900 seconds. That's honestly not bad. We can just get more if we need. Right? So let's go 2 of those. And then I'm looking for magicka. Yes, 15% faster. Can we do even better than that? Carry weight is increased. That's pretty cool. I don't know how many of these we can have simultaneously. Let's see, stamina. I'm looking for more. Okay, there's 10%. I think 15% is pretty good. Disease resistance. How about that? There's some mead. I'm going to go with... Where was it? Bottled milk. Stamina is increased by 5 points for 1200 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Where was I looking there? Where's my magicka regeneration? Am I crazy? Stamina. There we are. Cabbage soup.
On the hearth upstairs.
I'm going to buy 2 of these, too. Alright, so we're prepared that way, or we will be. Once we eat them. And now, we don't have that much in the way of gold. But you know what we can do? I'm just trying to gather up some stuff to really prepare us. This is a big deal for us. This is going to be our first actual kills, you know, our first real martial challenge that involves another human. I think Raythan knows well enough to go in. I mean, God, if he doesn't know well enough to be prepared by this point, when's he ever going to learn, you know what I mean? Which is not to say he'll be able to accurately anticipate everything he should be prepared for, but he knows from his recent experiences that he can't just fucking go in willy-nilly and expect to do well and not almost die or straight up die. So let's go talk to, let's see, who would, oh, hello.
If you need anything, come see me. I'm as resourceful as I am discreet.
Is that so? What do you got for sale? Will you buy my animal bone? Nope, 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 nope. Fragment bone, fine, have it. Fur plate, probably want to hold on to those. Hide water skin, 1 drink. Leather strips, leek salt, snowberries, troll's blood. Gross. I just wanted to sell off a couple of those things, and then let's talk to... No. I don't think...
I don't haggle. If you want a lower price, look elsewhere.
Sorry, Naranye.
Take a look.
Oh, she'll buy my fucking amethyst for... Oh! The value versus weight is strong. Alright, fine. Go ahead. Buy a bunch of my stuff, won't you? Ice Wraith Essence. Thank you. Oh, potions. That's what we need. Cabbage soup. Cooked slaughterfish. No. No. Bounty Bandit, the Craftsman's Manual. I can sell this now. I don't need it anymore. And what about my Flawless Garnet, huh? The whopping 32 gold. Deadwood. Branches are fine. We can hold on to those. Actually, no, they're pretty hefty. You want to sell off a lot of it? Honestly, fine. All of them. I don't plan on needing to start a fire. Paper roll. Nope. Soap. Which of these is the best? Have one of these. Tinder, crude, wood, wooden torch, burn out. Nope. Alright, that's all of our stuff there. Whoa, that might have made you guys sick. Sorry about that. And now... Oh, potions, sorry. Potions. Oi! Here we go. We're going to take our potions. We're going to put virtually everything that's not essential in our chest in the inn. And honestly, that's going to be it for this episode. Then we get to end on a cliffhanger. In the next episode, we're going to go kill some dudes. Or try, anyway.
I'm so close to the answer.
Sorry. I really like doing this zooming thing. It's much more cinematic and personal. What kind of potions do you have? A healing poultice is nice. Health is increased by... That's so... not that much. I need restore. Yeah, here we go. Okay, honestly... fine. Decent. Even crude stamina would be worth having. Spider venom, huh? And fine. Alright, guys.
Hope to see you again soon.
You too, Aurelian. Shit, I think we are, pretty good to go. You know? I mean, I'm gonna put more stuff. In fact, I'm probably gonna call the episode right there just because I don't know how exciting it will be for you guys to watch me go and put more stuff in the room. But we'll talk to Stenvar. How about that? Where's our man? There he is.
Let's get going.
It's time for us to part. Need a moment of your time.
Yes.
To wear certain items. I want you to sell some items for me. Do you mind getting behind me? Hey, snap out of it. Never mind.
All right then.
So he's good to go. Concerning potions. Use potions and poisons in your inventory. What kind of a...
I'll be sure to put it to good use.
Inventory are we looking at here? Oh, he's got some potions. He's got an iron greatsword, linen tunic, wolfskin cloak. There's not, you know, there's not that much in the way of supplies. He's a bare bones man, Stenvar. He's a tough Nord who doesn't need much else, right? Any cool missives? Nah. Alright, boys and girls. Well, I think that's gonna about do it for this episode. In the next one, we're gonna go take on our first bandit camp, I think by night. That's kind of my plan as of now. Well, it also depends on the weather too. It's pretty cold, but we'll see. In the next episode, for sure, whether we do it by night or by day or whatever, we are taking on our first bandits. So be sure to tune in. Where's our man? Where'd he go? There he is. Stenvar. What a guy. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me as always. I really appreciate you tuning in. And I will see you in the next one.